Hey everyone, welcome to week 7 of EEA 520. So last week we got done with week 6. We were looking at professional development and setting up professional development programs. You guys did an awesome job of coming up with ideas for what you would, how you guys would shape a professional development program. And you guys looked at times a year where you would have it, how you would go about doing it. There's a lot of great discussion as far as the timing and how it could make sense having a continuous training throughout the year instead of just having these blocks of training either in summer or fall or wherever, and then they don't start using the technology until later in the year. So definitely some good cases for why you should have a continuous professional development. But hopefully this last week you were able to look at some of the tools like Twitter, some of the group tools like LinkedIn groups or Facebook groups, and been able to check those out and see how you could use those for professional development. So this week we are looking at the flipped classroom. So the idea of the flipped classroom, it's probably over the last, I'd say, 4 years, been hearing more and more about it. But the idea is using technology to flip how you're using your time in the classroom and how students are using time. So instead of using classroom time to lecture, maybe an instructor would create their lecture using either record it as a podcast or as an audio file, or even make a video of it like what I'm doing right here. You could also, if you have access to learning management systems, some teachers are creating their courses online, creating little bits of their courses online and playing with that. So there's no real way that it looks. There's not one example we can use. The flipped classroom looks different for everyone, and they're doing it different ways. They're using different technologies. So one of the recommendations I have is to start small. If you are interested in flipping the classroom, don't take a big course and turn that whole course into a flipped class. Maybe take one topic out of your course that you have and try that first. Flip that into a flipped course. Record the lecture online or using technology some way, and then play around with how you'd use the classroom time. Instead of using lecture, how would you use that classroom time better? Whether it's talking with students and working with them one-to-one, or maybe spending that time to talk about something else or to have class discussion. So got some videos and some information this week for Flip Classroom, so check it out. Hopefully you guys find some good uses for it. And if you guys are already flipping your classrooms, would love to hear how you guys are doing that and what that looks like in your classes. So for this week, let's see what we have. We've got our lecture, so please check out the lecture. You guys submitted the halfway pulse check the other week, so thank you for doing that. That gives me an idea of where we are as far as how you guys are feeling as far as workload. A lot of people are saying that they're definitely feeling the pressures of other courses and just a lot of work at this point, and I totally understand it. It's typical for this time of year. So just, excuse me. So as I've just been saying throughout the quarter, just let me know as things are coming up. I've already had people that have reached out to me and let me know if stuff's going on that's causing assignments to be delayed. So I totally appreciate you guys reaching out to me and just keeping me in the loop, letting me know, and continue to do that. So if there is anything that comes up, please just keep me informed. Definitely want to work with you guys to make you guys successful and help you guys out any way you can as far as getting assignments done. All right, what else do we have? We've got the personal professional technology use assignment, which is due this Sunday night. So we're going to be posting that in the assignments section of our course. And what that looks like is it looks like a PowerPoint. So I'm open to if people want to try Prezi, or if you use Google Slides and you like using Google Slides, I'm open to you guys being able to use those tools as well. Just make sure that when you share the link that everyone can see or access that link, particularly that I can access that link so that I can look at your assignment and grade it. But you guys are open to use those tools, and what you're going to do is you're going to interview an admin and their assistants. If you only have one admin at your school, I totally understand that. You can just interview one admin. But if you have multiple admins or have access to multiple admins, definitely recommend trying to get more than just one admin. But interview one admin if that's all you have. Also interview their support staff. A lot of times what you'll see is that the admin doesn't necessarily use the technology that much, but their support staff are the ones that are using the Excel and using Skyward and using some of the other tools, whereas the admins a lot of times are just using their cell phone as they're walking around, checking things out and observing. And then they're also using Excel a lot is what we've seen in the past. But that can shift as different technologies are being used. So interview your admins or any admins you can find and find out what technologies they're using, and then figure out what your game plan is going to be to get those skills. If you don't already know how to use those technologies, then what skills do you need to know to use those technologies, and how are you going to go about getting those skills? And then we also want to know, how do you plan to remain current in technology? So once you're done with this class, how are you going to keep up on educational technology issues and technology issues around leadership activities? So that is the assignment that we have coming up. That's Sunday. And then just start looking at the description for the technology plan of school improvement initiatives. So that assignment, it's due that last week of class, that Sunday, but what I do is on that Wednesday, December 5th, I have you guys submit it into the class discussion for that week so that you guys can share it and give each other feedback. But the assignment's not actually due until the end, that very last week. But please take a look at that assignment description, and then let me know if you have any questions. As far as your CPT 6 assignments, I'm still going through, still correcting those. Got a bunch of them done. Some of you have already got them back, but there's still, I'd say probably a little bit less than half that I still need to go through and finish up. So just cranking away on those, getting those done as I can. But everything else I believe is caught up at this point, as far as like your EEA or your e-journal and your e-portfolio assignments. I believe I have all those graded if you've submitted them. So please check those, and if you don't see a grade, please reach out to me. Also, I apologize. Something was going on with Blackboard the other week where it was sending my emails to junk email, and so there's some questions that were posed last week that I didn't see until later on this week. So I just saw those and I responded to them. So I apologize for the delayed response to those, and I believe I've got the issue figured out right now. So I should be seeing all my emails. But always, if you do email me and you don't hear from me, please reach out to me. There's always that chance that an email got lost somewhere. So please follow up if you don't hear from me within 24 hours. Okay, that is it. I think I've covered everything. You guys are doing an awesome job. We've got, 3 more weeks, so it's getting close. So hang in there. We've got a few more assignments, and you guys are doing an awesome job. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.